spring mitre clamps. What are they all about, what they like? It's £62.50 for the set. That's not 10 quid's worth, is it? Clamps have arrived from Keyblade Fixings. I think it was like 2 days. Ordered it on the Wednesday, late at night on the Wednesday, I think it was. And they were here on Friday. So yeah, pretty good service. Can't moan at that. Let's get this box open. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. Okay, so as I said, I ordered this on the Tuesday, Wednesday. It arrived 2 days later. It's all pretty well packaged. Comes in these. Full disclosure. Paid for this with my own money. Actually, I paid for it on the MasterCard, but with the full intention of paying my MasterCard off with my own money. So that's, yeah, there. I bought the plier set with the clamps and a pack of 20, which is I think the biggest pack they do. Basically, I've got a whole load of these picture rails to do. I've been looking at these for quite a while online. I know a lot of you guys in the States absolutely love these, and I can see why. Now, these aren't actually the original Collins clamps, which I think are the gold standard, if you like, the original size. These, I believe, and I could be wrong here, I believe these are made in either Northern or Southern Ireland by a guy, and then resold by Keyblade and Fixings. So they're all UK companies, called Support British Business and all that. And I paid £62.50. Now, they've got like an affiliate scheme with some of the guys on Instagram. This is where I found Keyblade and Fixings, or first was introduced to them. Quite a few people that I follow and that follow me over on Instagram. Love these guys, always raving about them for their blades. They also do saw blades. They do the multi-master kind of oscillating tool blades. They do router cutters now. So £62.50 for the set, 20 in the clamps, and then with the 5% discount from one of their affiliates, got £3.12 off, so I ended up paying £59.38, which isn't too bad. It's a bit less, well, it's quite a bit less actually. It's about 20 quid less than the equivalent Collins clamps. I've got these. Oh, it also came with a sticker, and there's a packet of sweets as well, like little mini Haribos, but you know, kids. So inside the box with all the packaging is a jiffy bag, and here's all the clamps. Now, they're a little bit different to the picture. Certainly different to the Collins clamps. The Collins clamps are more rounded. That's more of a curve than a kind of angular, and they actually sit flat. That's a strong spring on there, I'll give it that. They actually sit more or less like that on the Collins ones, and then you have the pliers. On the Collins, they have like a little hook. These have got like a square section of metal that's been drilled and riveted through to expand the clamps off. I've got to get that. This doesn't fit on the pliers. Now, I could either go and get the Collins pliers with the little hook, because all it is two little outward facing hooks that go in here, and then as you squeeze, these open up. So I can't just put those on, open the pliers, put it on my mitre, close it, grab the next one and go around. So if I've got a bit of skirting board, I might have 4 on there. If I've got a picture frame or an architrave, I'll probably only have the 1. That's probably not such a big deal. But the only way to get these on is actually, because I'm right-handed, what I want to do is that in, no, as I've just said. But I've got to squeeze these with my hand, so I've got to put that in my strong hand, or right hand, squeeze that enough to get over the pliers, to grip on there. Hold that in place, swap hands, then get it on the pliers. It does look a bit rude, but it doesn't matter. Put it on the thing, line it up, release it, and then go to the next one. So each time I've got to swap hands, get that on there. It doesn't even fit flat. So if I flatten that to get that flat, that just pulls off. You can see that happening. Not very often, not. To get the next one on. Now imagine that's a piece of skirting board with a nice neat bit of mitre on there with glue that's going to slip around. What a faff that's going to be. I know these are going to leave a bit of a hole. These actually look on here, but they're leaving quite a big hole. I know it's going to put a pinch a hole in them. That's obviously going to happen because they're sharp points, and they are really sharp points. But I think I'm worried that because that's got all that extra tension in it, it's going to be too tight and damage the timber. You know, with the Collins ones, that's their natural resting position, and then you've got to open them up from there. There's not the pressure. There's enough pressure to close the mitre, but it's not then closing the mitre and trying to then dig into the timber. You know, you get a lot of, I do a lot of softwood, like picture frames for today, chair and dado rails, where it's mitred to die off into a wall, or the picture rails die off into the wall before they hit like a big window. So there's a lot of times when I'm using softwood and hardwood as well as MDF. I don't want a massive issue. So I don't know. I don't like the way they cross over. I mean, some of them they're like properly, and they don't even line up. Obviously, that's the other thing. Is when they're meeting, they're kind of out of sync. So I don't want them slipping. So that's an issue with that I've got. And then there's the pliers. Apart from the bit on the end, because I could actually just, as I think I said, change these and just modify them slightly, grind those bits off to make these points a little bit closer, and they probably would still work on those. But when you squeeze these pliers, look at them. They're actually misaligned. And then I found, I'm gutted by this, look. How long is that going to last? Admittedly not if I keep bending it backwards and forwards, but that's just cheap. Not only is it inexpensive, but that's cheap, and I think poor quality. I genuinely don't think these are up for the task. I don't think they're going to be I don't think there's going to be the longevity for these, for the sake, because these are 10 quid just to buy on their own. I mean, that's not 10 quid's worth, is it? I'm disappointed. Right, so a quick update. I've messaged him back, and in all fairness, guy was like, no problem, yeah, send them back, refund. Not a hint of an issue. So that's awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these back. I want these. I haven't changed my mind. I'm just disappointed and a little bit, I'd say a little bit put out, I guess, that they're just, I just think they're rubbish. The pliers, you saw the pliers, flimsy, you know, good and strong, but the fact that those little pincers miss means that they don't line up. I don't know if they're a bit too strong, but I mean, I don't mind them leaving a mark, because there's going to be a mark that needs filled anyway. But the fact that you have to faff around every time to basically pre-open it with your hand because the pliers don't fit, or adjust the pliers, or buy some others, it's just too much hassle. So as far as I'm concerned, and you guys make your own decision on this as to what you might do, as far as I'm concerned, they're not fit for purpose. There's a slight discrepancy in the way the picture on the website shows them, in terms of sat there and the way they're crossed over. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, not fit for purpose, not a good product, and not something that I would recommend. Genuinely interested if other guys out there, and girls, got these, have used them and they like them, then more power to you. And maybe I just got a dodgy batch, I honestly don't know. The guy did say that he feedback to the person that makes them and all the rest of it. So these are going back. Now the issue I've got at the present is, because these aren't fit for purpose, it's not down to me to pay for them to be sent back. The onus is on the seller, and either to arrange a collection, which presumably would be fairly easy because it came by DHL, to have them sent back at their cost, or for me to send them back and then be reimbursed. So I'll send that email, let you know how things go in terms of that. What I'm going to do though in the meantime, whilst that's happening concurrently, because like I said, I need these, I'll jump online and give FFX tools an order, because I get the Collins ones, and hopefully the Collins ones are good. Keep watching to find out. I genuinely was quite surprised, and I've got to give them props for this. Yeah, no worries. Send it back. Send us the proof of the postage costs, and we'll refund that as well. So there was no quibble. I sort of thought I might have a bit of a battle on my hands with that one because of the initial messages, but I didn't. So fair play. Will I use them again? Honestly, I don't know. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes. The reason I haven't used them up till now is because all my saw blades, all my multi-tool cutters, and all my router cutters all come from suppliers that I'm more than happy to support and have been pleased with for many years. So it doesn't really matter what the company is. It'd be our push with me to kind of deviate away from that. But with that being said, I'm not saying I'll never use them again. So I don't want people thinking I'm just going to be bashing the company, because they turned up real quick, and this is just one product which they don't even make, and there was no real fuss in the end with sending it back. So I'm literally just going to head off to the post office now. The new Collins clamps have arrived with all the stuff, so let's see what these are like. The other ones are gone, so I can't do a physical side by side, but obviously I've got the video. Let's have a look. First of all, before I even take these out, these look way better than the other ones. They're still a strong spring, but they are pretty much lining up on the end there. It's still a nice strong spring, and also I don't know if you'll probably not be able to tell here, but if I open that up, these are really sharp. These are like a sewing needle sharp point. I can literally pick on the skin of my fingers. And these are the pliers. Now I haven't had the pliers out, but do you remember my kind of biggest bugbear on those other pliers is the fact that they wouldn't actually blooming fit, and then also that they were all bendy. Well, straight away these look like they might be aluminium actually. I don't know. They're stuck to the packet. I think these might be aluminium. They feel like aluminium. They're a lot lighter, but look, they fit. Look at that little doink. Put one on there. Next one. Doink. Much better. It's a lot thicker, that. And whoa, I mean, you can see the pressure I'm putting on there because of the colour of my thumbs. Didn't they go red? I probably could, but it's flexing, but it's not bending. The other one was, that's a lot thicker than the other ones. So yeah, you definitely get what you pay for with these. I'm much happier with these. Where do I go? I don't want this to come across as a video solely to bash keyblade and fixings. Sure, I didn't like the product, and I would recommend anybody to not get them. I can't recommend these. I'd certainly recommend them over those, and I've just literally taken out of the packet. But yeah, don't get those ones. Certainly not the ones that are the type I had. I really need to do something about that. Would I use the company again? Yes and no. I've got no reason to not use the company. The stuff was prompt. Actually, there wasn't an issue with the returns. Their returns policy is actually really clear, and partly my fault, I didn't read it that thoroughly. Straight away the guy's like, yeah, send them back. The issue arose about who was going to pay for it, and clearly on their website it says, if you change your mind, you cover the cost. If the item's faulty, we'll cover the cost. From that point of view, you can't really expect better than that. Stuff arrived in good time, and there was no major drama with sending it back. The thing with the other side of it is the products, and actually from that side of the life, no, I wouldn't use them because, and again, not I want to sound like I'm bashing them, they do saw blades, router cutters, oscillating tool blades, and I get all of those products from another supplier which I've used for donkey's years. I'm more than happy with, and I've got no reason to change. So yes, I would. No, I wouldn't. This is a simple thing. I certainly wouldn't get their clamps. Really, not going to happen. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's get clamping some miters. They still look rude though. They really do. Chuckle.